Today's practice is going to be based on a theory from yoga philosophy called the koshas. The koshas theory is that we have layers of existence. So the layers of existence are our bodies, our breath or our energy level, our mind, which is linked more towards thoughts, the intellect layer, which is a little bit more related to just clearer thinking, and then moving inward even further into the bliss layer. So the bliss layer is related to that layer of kind of interoception, inner seeing, connecting to the God within. So we'll be just working our way through these. I like to use a technique called cross-patterning a lot when it comes to trying to just clear the mind. So cross-patterning just means we use opposite sides of the body. When we get to it, you'll see, but it can be very calming and balancing for the brain. But let's jump in and do some yoga. So we're going to start by lying down on our backs. So once you arrive, bending your legs, allow your knees to fall together a bit, your feet to be a little wider. Your alternate rest pose. Rest your arms by the sides. Again, palms rolled up. Rolling those palms in an expression of being receptive to the teachings and also being receptive to just inviting in this balanced place and this bit of a body prayer here. So let's take a moment to check in with those layers. Feel into your body. Notice how your body is feeling today without judgment. Notice your energy. Are you feeling anxious, amped up? Are you feeling a little depleted or down? Again, no judgment tied to that. Just notice it. Try to slow the breath down. Notice your mind, your thoughts. Notice how you're feeling emotionally. And again, however you feel is totally valid. Thoughts pass through, emotions pass through, but they don't define who we really are. So let's speak a little bit on that bliss layer. Again, without judgment, have there been any little pockets of time that you felt your bliss layer today? Maybe it was looking out at the clear blue sky, the colors of the trees, in the eyes of a beloved, or in a quiet moment of prayer or reflection with yourself. I think we all could admit that the layer that we tend to spend the most time in is the layer of the mind, our thinking mind, our judging mind. So in our practice, we'll try to call attention to the other layers to quiet our mind. As you begin to deepen your breath, maybe you place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Just feel your breath rising and falling. Try to smooth out the breath. Can you recognize perhaps that this breath links all the other layers together? By deepening our breath, we feel into our bodies. We calm our minds. We feel clear. And we sense that calm, abiding presence within us. Maybe you set an intention for your practice. It might be a word that keeps coming up for you through all of these practices, such as trust, letting go, surrender, opening your heart to love. See if an intention arises for you here. And then whenever you're ready, you can rest your arms by your sides. Scoot your legs in just a little closer together. And we're going to start with a little creative move to kind of really tap into our bodies and our core. So I'm going to guide you to try to move with your breath. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, press it to the left foot, reach the right leg up towards the sky. This is like a reverse bicycle. So let that leg come down. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, let it flow down. Let this be kind of organic. Exhale, press the leg up towards the sky. Inhale, let it float down like a bicycle. Moving with your breath, feeling into your core. And the leg doesn't have to be straight. We're just kind of warming things up. And then whenever that feels complete, just set the foot down. Straighten your legs for a moment. And just after that one simple movement, do you notice any subtle difference between the two legs, the two hips? Good work. Let's have a little fun with the other side. So bend your legs. So the right leg stays bent. Next, inhale, slowly straighten the left leg. Exhale, press that leg up by pressing into the opposite foot. And let it just kind of happen. So as an exhale, press the leg up, use the belly muscles. Inhale, let the leg come down like a reverse bicycle. I like the idea of a reverse bicycle. We're working to perhaps change some habits. So taking things in the opposite direction could be meaningful. Keep it flowing one more time, just warming your hip, tapping into your core. So whenever that feels complete, just take the legs to a bend. Maybe just lightly rock your knees from side to side, releasing those hips. Bring them back to center. And we're going to do our first subtle little cross pattern. Again, cross patterning is when we engage opposite sides of the body. So say left arm, right leg. A little subtle core work. So inhale, reach your left arm over your head. As you exhale, hug your right leg in. The hand meets the knee. We engage the core. You can inhale it up, exhale it down, and then do that on the other side. I'll guide you, no worries. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, hug the left leg in, engage belly. Inhale up. Let it go. Let's do that a little bit more. So inhale, left arm reaches. Exhale, left hand touches the right knee. Squeeze your belly. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, other side. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhale, hug left knee in. Squeeze the belly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. Good. Just breathe. Notice your body. Notice your breath. Good. So we're going to do another cross pattern. So let's begin by just hugging one knee and the other in. Maybe we circle the knees a little bit just to loosen up the low back. Excuse me. Circle in any way that feels good to you. Circle in both directions. Feel into your body. So now we're going to keep the legs where they are, or we might take the legs to make a 90-degree angle. So the shins are parallel with the ceiling, the knees are over the hips, the arms are down by the sides. So just being in this shape, we're kind of engaging that belly just a little bit, but then we'll add our cross pattern on. So reach your left leg to the sky, the right leg stays bent. The leg does not have to be straight. Reach the right arm up over the head. Just enjoy that nice stretch up your spine. Breathe. And then take it to the other side. Left hand reaches, right toe reaches towards the sky. Again, the leg can be as bent as it needs to be. By flexing the foot, you might just take a deeper stretch in the lower spine. And now we're going to move from side to side. Inhale, left toe, right hand reaches. Exhale, left hand, right toe reaches. So we're just moving from side to side with our own breath. You don't have to move with me. This is your practice, and your breath is guiding your body. Again, engaging opposite sides of the body can create a nice balancing within the brain, calming the mind, calming the nervous system. Keep moving with your breath, just a few more rounds. And when that feels complete, hug those knees in. Set one foot and the other foot back down to the mat. Take your arms by the sides, roll those palms up. Notice your breath, your body, your mind. And then when you're ready, walk the feet a little wider. Take the arms out into a T shape. This is one of my favorite moves. You'll probably see this in most of the videos. It's such a good way to warm our hips. So we're just going to rock our knees from side to side. Let your breath guide you here. Maybe if it feels okay and you're not prone to dizziness, you look to the opposite side as your knees are going. Another subtle little cross pattern. Calming the mind. But then linger. Maybe your knees linger to the right, the feet flex. You might gaze to the right. You might roll your right palm down towards the earth, roll your left palm up towards the sky. Relax across the shoulders, across the back of your heart. Breathing. Aware that you're sensing more sensation on the left. And then come back to your neutral. We'll rock our knees to the left. The feet are flexed. Maybe you roll the left palm down towards the earth. Roll the right palm up towards the sky. Gaze towards the right palm. Breathe deeply and soften into the back of your heart. And when that feels complete, come back to neutral. Walk the feet in a bit. Rest the arms by the sides. Notice your breath. Good. So when you're ready, we'll prepare to transition. So we'll gently roll to the left or the right side, whatever side you feel guided to go. I'm going to challenge my brain by facing the opposite direction than I usually face for cat and cow. So find your way onto hands and knees. Doing things a little bit different. Can be really, really good for calming our brain, calming our nervous system. So find your shoulders over your wrists. Find your knees as wide as your hips. So as we prepare to guide into cat and cow, I'm going to invite you to follow your breath into your body in a specific way. So inhale, soften the belly, bring awareness into right shoulder, left hip. Exhale, arch into your cat. Inhale into your cow, bring awareness into left shoulder, right hip, crossing the midline with your awareness. Keep it flowing. So you're just tracing your awareness in that little cross across your body. It takes focus and concentration. I think that's why our practice can be so powerful. We're focusing, we're concentrating, and we're fully present. So when that feels complete, just bring your body back to neutral. Maybe take a little walk with your hands. Walk the fingers in, around, just a little way to release your wrists. Maybe you can turn your hands all the way around if that feels comfortable, or flip the palm, flip the hand over, finding the back of your hand. Again, changing things up, doing things a little bit different. We all have patterns. Use our body to reshape new healthy ones. So when that feels complete, we're going to come into another cross pattern. So I'm going to show you two different ways to do this. You might extend your left leg back and touch the mat with your right hand. That could be your inhale. Exhale back. Then inhale, left fingers, right toes. Just touch the mat. So we're not overdoing anything. But if you're feeling it, you can lift the hand, the leg off the mat. Try to make that your inhalation, either expression of it. Reach on inhale, exhale, return. Try to softly gaze at the top of your mat so your head is aligned with your spine. Sometimes these cross patterns can feel kind of challenging, and then we settle into it and our body just kind of goes along with it. Remember to breathe and rest if your body needs to rest. Bring some awareness to your belly supporting you. I can really get stuck in my patterns. So whenever you're ready, you can bring it back to neutral. Widen your knees. We'll take a little break in child's pose. Touch the toes, hips move back towards the heels, and forehead surrenders to the mat. Take a moment to just rest your mind. Maybe it would feel good to massage a little bit, letting the head rock a little bit. Just breathe here. And whenever you're ready, come back to your hands and your knees. And we're going to find our way into downward facing dog. So walk the hands forward a bit, spread the fingers, maybe lift a little bit underneath the palms. Tuck your toes. Next exhale, lift hips towards sky, finding your downward facing dog. Maybe you roll those armpits a little closer in towards the ears. Maybe you like to pedal your feet, sway your hips. Just feel into your body, feel into your breath. And then whenever you're ready, we'll mindfully walk our feet forward towards our hands. And slowly roll our way up, finding our mountain pose. Something happened to my hair. So find your mountain, feet as wide as your hips, hands in prayer at your heart. Close your eyes if you're feeling it. Feel your feet firmly rooted in this moment, in this body. Feel the crown of your head reaching up. Feel your breath. Feel even when you're still, the subtle rocking, oscillating of your breath within your body. This is your connection to your life force. Good, relax the arms. So from here, we're going to take another subtle little cross pattern. I love cross patterns. So we're going to take both hands into our low back. Just make sure you get a little bend in your knee. This should feel like a little massage into your back. So next, inhale, reach right hand to sky. As you exhale, lower it back down, but look to your left. Subtle little stretch for your neck. Inhale, left hand sweeps up towards sky. As you lower it down, look to your right. Massage your back. Keep it going with your breath. Inhale, right hand. Exhale, lower and gaze left. Keep it going. Breath, linking movements. One more time, each side. Don't force the neck into any shape. Just listen to your body. Next time, reach both hands all the way up to the sky. Fold your body down towards earth. Take hands to the thighs, the shins, halfway lift. Feel your strength. Touch the earth. Circle the arms all the way up like the sun and right back to your own heart center. So just one little half sun salutation. Notice the effects of that movement on your body, your mind, your heart. So relax your arms and let's come into a lateral side bend. So we could reach our arms up towards sky, clasp the left wrist with the right hand. Inhale, find some more length and then side bend over towards the right. You could gaze neutral, you could gaze up. We're just tracing our breath down the left side of the body. Feel the breath in your lung, in your ribs. And when that feels complete, let it go. Bend your knees, roll your shoulders. Take a moment to just roll the palms open. Notice your body. Notice any subtle difference between the two sides of the body. And then we'll reach our arms up towards the sky. Clasp the right wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend over towards the left. You might gaze neutral or gaze up. Just trace your breath down the right side of your body. And when you're ready, come back to center. Bend your knees, roll those shoulders back. Find your mountain, any expression of your mountain. Notice your breath, your body. Maybe something deeper. Good, relax your arms. We can start actually by just coming on the tippy toe. So come on your right tippy toe and reach your left hand up towards the sky. Open your heart. And then take it to the other side. Left tippy toe, right hand. Cross pattern. Keep it going. Slow and mindful. Now if you're feeling up for the challenge, you could lift your knee off the floor. I love this movement. It always reminds me of the Nutcracker. So just let your body make this nice cross pattern. If you falter out, no worries, no judgment. Know that you're working not just on your body, but you're working on your brain, your mind, for more balance. Another variation is to tap the opposite knee. That visceral feeling of tapping the opposite knee. Remember to stand tall and breathe. If you get tired, just take a rest. Maybe we do one more of the Nutcracker variation. Standing tall. Sometimes it's challenging and fun for us to try new movements. All right, no aerobics here. So bring it down. Take a moment to notice how your body feels. Any expression of your mountain pose is beautiful. Maybe you notice your heart rate picked up a little bit, that inner awareness. No worries. Just breathe deeper. Maybe your feet feel more evenly rooted to the earth. Observe any subtle changes. Then relax your arms by your sides and let's move into a little twist. So twisting from side to side. Let one heel lift and then the other. This is another one of my favorite kind of freeing movements. But it's also good for us to just move our bodies in different directions. So here we can kind of see what's all around us. Feel what's within us. Any cracks are all good. So slow it down. Come to the top of your mat in your mountain pose. Hands in prayer at your heart. Maybe you recall your intention. So in these next few moments, well, in all of our moments, but in these next few moments, we'll purposely use our bodies to pray, using our body movements as a little offering, as a way to connect to that deepest layer of our existence, our bliss layer, our spark of the divine, our Christ consciousness, whatever you call it. So God, follow me through these gentle sun salutations. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold any way that serves you. Touch the earth. Halfway lift and step back with your left foot. We're just going to plant that knee on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. We've been here before. Breathe. Look up. Take the hands back down to the mat. Step the right foot to meet the left, or the right knee to meet the left in your table. And lower your body down towards the earth. Inhale, lift your heart in your low cobra, your expression of cobra. Maybe you come up on those finger pads. Lift your heart. Release to the earth. Press up And just press towards your extended child's pose. So maybe your arms are nice and long in your child's pose. Full breath. Again, using your body to pray. In a physical posture of prayer. Can you connect to your intention? Can you connect to your light? And then rise back up onto those hands and those knees. And we're just going to sweep that left foot forward any way. You can wiggle it, coming into your lunge on this side. Knee over the ankle. Once you feel grounded, you can sweep those hands up towards the sky. Gaze up. Come back to frame your foot. Come on the ball of the back foot. Look forward and step your feet together. You can find that halfway lift. Look up a little bit and then fold a little deeper if you're feeling it. The feet can be as wide as they need to be. Bend your knees and circle your arms all the way up like the rays of the sun. And back to your heart. Back to your own personal sun, the light within you. Breathe. So let's do one more. Moving your body like a prayer, body prayer. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Come to your halfway lift and step back with your right foot this time. Lower the knee. Find the knee over the ankle. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Come back towards the earth. Take your left knee to meet your right knee. Lower your body down towards the earth. Maybe your hands come out to the side a little bit. Tent your fingers. Rise up into your cobra or any way. Lower your body down. Press up and press back. Once again, extended child. So your knees can be as wide as they need to be. And a little gesture of surrender. When you're ready, come back to your hands and knees. We'll step forward with the right foot this time. So again, knee under the ankle. You can always guide that, wiggle it to find the right position. Whenever you're ready, inhale, sweep those hands towards the sky. Lift your heart. Come back down towards the earth. Come on the ball of the back foot. Step your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle the arms like the sun. And take the hands in prayer back to your own heart. Take a moment to reflect. To feel a little heat from within you. To feel how these layers of your existence are informing each other, balancing each other. Good, relax your arms. And let's take another a more stable balance posture. So we've been here before, we've done tree pose before. So root into your left foot. Take your hands to your hips and take that right foot to the left ankle. Again, feel into the body, the hips, the breath. You can keep that foot right there. Or you could slide the foot up towards the calf, to the thigh. You could take your hands to your heart. Find a focal point. Find your breath. Trust your body. Don't judge it. Maybe you reach your hands up towards the sky. Breathe. Feel the support of your body, but know that there's something greater in your body guiding you, shining your light here, reaching for sunlight. Whenever you're ready, gently release. Give the body a little shake. And we'll try our tree pose on the other side. So right foot roots, left foot comes to the ankle. Hands come to the hips. And make this your tree. You might slide that foot up your calf, up to your thigh. Hands to the heart. Breathe. Reach those hands up to the sky, perhaps. Little something that always helps me in balance is turn the corners of your lips up just a little bit. Don't take yourself so seriously. Know that you are this little smile. You are this light, this essence. And when you're ready, let it go. Give it a little shake. Good. So just find your mountain pose. Stand tall. Notice. Breathe. Feel the light within you radiating within and around you. Good work. So make sure you're towards the top of your mat. We're going to prepare to kind of slow things down a little bit. So hands at the heart. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. Step back. This time just step back right onto your hands and your knees. Maybe you wag those hips a little bit, side to side. Look left, look right. And then from here, let's walk our hands forward a little bit. We're going to lower all the way down onto our bellies. So we've kind of warmed up into our cobra. Let's take Sphinx Pose. So we're going to slide one hand forward and then the other hand forward. So the hands, the elbows, the shoulders align. The tops of the feet and the pelvis are really rooted. If this doesn't feel comfortable on your low back, you can just soften your head a little bit or come down into your crocodile. If it feels good, take a moment to breathe deeply into your heart. And whenever that feels complete for you, tuck your chin, reach your arms forward to stretch from fingers to toes. Hold opposite elbows, curl your heels in, and just windshield wiper your legs a little bit to release those hips. Stretch the legs back. So your feet are maybe as wide as your mat. You might rock your legs a little bit to release the front of the thighs. But then we're going to surrender our forehead down onto our forearms or any other position that feels good for you here. As you settle, I'm going to invite you to follow a cross pattern just with your breath. So take an exhale. Next inhale, trace your breath up through your left toes into the middle of your mind. Exhale, follow that breath down the right side of the body out through the right toes. Inhale through the right toes up into the middle of the mind. Exhale down through the left. Keep that going. If it feels challenging, just breathe as deeply as you can. But if you can, try to focus on this alternate body breathing. And whenever you're ready, take your breath back to the midline. Draw your toes together. Take your hands under your shoulders. Press your body up. And maybe take one more child's pose. Any way that serves you. You can always do this pose with the knees together, the hands back behind you. Just whatever feels right in this moment. Every moment, an opportunity to just let go and recognize the light within you. Sometimes that light can become very dim and we almost forget that it's there. But our yoga practice helps us remember, because it actually never left you. So whenever you're ready, mindfully come up onto your hands and your knees. And we're going to find our way into a seated posture. So just finding a comfortable seat. If you need a little support behind you, you can bring that in. And just putting a little something underneath the bottom can make sitting much more comfortable if your body needs that. So let's sit tall, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders. It's our first time in seated, so just feel into your body in the seated posture and breathe into it. And then we're going to do just a little movement. So let's take our left hand, crossing the body to the right knee. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Take a little side bend. So look at your left shoulder. We're breathing into the right side of the body. And then reach that arm up and spiral it back behind you, coming into a seated twist. So the shoulders are over the hips and we're just shining our light to the right. Feel the breath in all body. When you're ready, come back to center, crossing the body. Right hand crosses over the left, your little cross pattern. Reach the left hand up towards the sky. Take a little gaze at your right shoulder, opening the left side of the waist. Reach that left arm up and spiral it back behind you, maybe landing on your fingertips to guide into your twist. Shoulders over the hips, heart and belly guiding to the left. Can you turn up the corners of your lips here? And when you're ready, come back to your comfortable seat. So we're going to do just a little pranayama. Pranayama means breath awareness in yoga. So this is one of my favorite pranayama techniques. It's called alternate nostril breathing. We've already done it with our bodies. But this will actually be blocking off two sides of the nostrils, and I'll guide you into it. But it's a really calming practice. I tend to do it very frequently driving. Or, before you have a big presentation, or just if you're feeling anxious, it can create a very quick shift in your body and your mind. So I'll guide you there. So I'm going to take our right thumb and close off the right nostril. If you're stuffy, you can just imagine this is all happening. Breathe into your left nostril. Block off both nostrils. Breathe out to the right. Breathe in through the right. Block off both nostrils. Breathe out to the left. Keep that going on your own, nice and smooth. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. And next time you breathe out through your left nostril, let it be complete and let the hand come back down towards the thighs. Try to keep your eyes closed. Breathe deeply into both nostrils and notice how you feel. Allow the mind to settle like snow in a snow globe as you identify more with the calm, clear, bright light within you. So congratulations, you just did a mini meditation. We'll keep that meditative state within ourselves as we lower down onto our backs. So once you arrive, just give yourself another good hug. Maybe circling the knees. Maybe the knees come apart as the hands slide down towards the shins or ankles, rocking in modified happy baby pose. Any rocking that we do in our practice is super soothing for the mind. If your hips are a little looser and you can grab the big toes or outside of the feet, you can go there, but not necessary. Our bodies are the biggest guide in our practice. Definitely not our egos. So whenever that feels complete, hug your knees in. Hug the right knee in towards the chest. Let the left leg fall heavy to the earth. Relax your shoulders. Sense the body. as well as the breath, the calm mind, and the bright spirit. Stretch your body long and hug the other knee in towards the chest, relaxing across the jaw. Completely relax across the back of the shoulders. And then when you're ready, just stretch your legs out. We're going to guide into Savasana. Remember, if you need props, you can use a blanket, pillows underneath the thighs to relax the back a little bit more. If your head is either overextended or overtucked, just try to find your head in a neutral place. That might mean you place a little blanket underneath your head. Roll those palms up towards sky. And just settling here for Savasana. Without moving your facial expression at all, I'd like you to once again just imagine now the image of a smile coming across your face. Let that image of a smile come into your heart. With your deep breath, allow that image of a radiant smile to come into the lungs, down to the belly. And then allow that image of a smile. Maybe you visualize a color with this. Allow it to spread out into all of your body. This image might become so large it starts to extend out and beyond your physical body. And the image of a smile isn't just something we paint on for appearance. Let this image of a smile be a deep reflection of your connection to your inner being, your inner light, your spark of God. Continue to rest deeply. And I'd like to leave you today with a poem. And this is from Prayers to the Infinite by Donna Fouts. And it's entitled Inner Light. The inner light is always with me. When I slip beneath the agitated surface of the mind, I find it, like a fragment of the Big Bang, still glowing. This energy doesn't depend on health or strength or even mental peace. It isn't a product of belief, nor is it me in any egocentric way of speaking. The inner light is always there, waiting to be felt and seen, waiting for me to release it through my choice to be still and recognize its presence. The illumination grows the more I let it go. Like radiant heat, it flows out of me, flows from my whole being, without leaving me depleted. We're all like this, whether we know it yet or not. Tiny stars glowing in the dark. And I really encourage you to not move a muscle, to just linger here in this stillness as long as time allows. Arise only when you are ready. I'll leave you with my blessing and light.